There I was waiting for the Exodite episode 2 to drop, but instead this article appeared on Warhammer Community, and I am not unhappy about it at all. Sure, the Exodite's been delayed, but it's coming in a few days. Far more interestingly, there's a ton of stuff coming that we have talked about in detail on this channel. There's a roadmap, there's transparency about delays, and there's a promise to ramp up content in future months, which is absolutely fantastic. It is basically a bullet list of everything we've talked about and everything we've said we want. Obviously we've said we want different shows, behind the scenes stuff, but who knows, maybe that will come for year 2. But for now this is a great start, and it really feels like Games Workshop have been listening to feedback. March will see 2 episodes of the Exodite being released, one of them being this delayed one. There will also be a Hammer and Bolter released, that's Plague Song. I thought it was an Age of Sigmar one, but it turns out that the Age of Sigmar one's not coming until May, and that will be the first Age of Sigmar animation on the channel. So not quite enough to sub yet if you're an Age of Sigmar fan only, but it's going in the right direction at least. The Interrogator first episode will drop in April. There was also a promise that there won't be more than 1 week between animated episodes, because previously we've had a couple of gaps of 3 weeks. That's not going to happen apparently going forward, which is great news. That means that if we get a ramp up of the other shows and we get an animated episode every 2 weeks, I think that would be enough for me. I think I would be satisfied with that. Let me know in the comments below if that's enough for you, or if you're still expecting more. But I think for the money we're paying, that would be good. That would be enough content for a weekly watch. It would soon build up, and new subscribers would have so much to watch as well. The Age of Sigmar animation is going to feature Hamilcar Bear Eater, a character I'm not familiar with, but Twitter seems to be going absolutely bonkers for it, so that's great news. He must be a really popular character. To be perfectly honest, my interest in Warhammer Plus was waning fast. There wasn't much to talk about, there wasn't much to watch, and this is giving it a shot in the arm. I'm actually excited for the future of it. It could become the hobby fixture that I thought it would become back in August. Once again, this is definitely a I'll believe it when I see it situation. I don't think they would announce their roadmap, at least for a few months in the future, and then renege on that, but as shown by this week and the delay with the Exodite, things are still happening behind the scenes and they haven't been fully sorted out yet, so you just never know. I do have to point out that in the here and now, for the content that we got today, there's 6 minutes and 45 seconds of content until the Exodite releases. There are no battle reports, no lore masters, no deep strikes or anything like that, so it's only less than 7 minutes that we get. From the comments on my channel, battle reports are the second most desired thing after animations, so with no battle report and the Exodite delayed, I imagine there will be a few disgruntled viewers this week, but I hope they're patient enough because the Exodite is looking good, and with the announcement that the content will be ramping up, hopefully we'll get more battle reports in the future. I'd love to see Blood Bowl ones, love to see Necromunda ones. I don't think they'd be too arduous to do, but I just want to see more of them. Now I'm going to read out a few comments from last week, and it might show how important battle reports are to the viewers. If they're going to ramp up in stages, I would suggest to do battle reports first, because that seems to be the thing that everyone's going for. Now, I think they're great already. There's nothing wrong with the production of them, there's just not enough of them. This is from someone who unsubbed quite early on. Fingers crossed Warhammer Plus becomes something I can get back into. Even if they just did some great bat reps every week, tabletop tactics style, then I'd seriously consider resubbing. So there's one for you, Mr. GW. Apparently that would gain you some subs back. Must be a good thing. Here's quite a long one, but I agree with it all. Alright, making animations is hard. I'll give GW that. So they probably can't fix the volume of animation content within the next year or so. Fair enough. But something that's pretty easy to make weekly is a battle report. Many channels can do it weekly, so GW should do it too. A bat rep every week on Warhammer Plus isn't too much to ask and would at least give subscribers some good minutes of content to watch every week. That's absolutely true. A 40 to 90 minute battle report would give everyone something substantial to watch, and it would feel like we're getting much more for our money. And the production overhead can't be that large with a lot of YouTube channels who have far fewer resources churning these out weekly very easily. And as for this one, it is right on the nose. I can't believe you're a grown man. Well, neither can I, and I have to say, being a grown-up is not all it's cracked up to be. I look at my son, goes to soft play, has a great time. He basically plays all day and then sleeps for 10 hours a night. That has surely got to be peak existence. Now, on a more serious note, some of you viewers might have noticed that I've had a new haircut, painstakingly crafted by one of the finest hairdressers in the land. They call it the Orfeo, and it gives me a +1 modifier to any aerodynamics rolls. If you want to achieve the same look, just mix Dawnstone and Kislev Flesh 50-50 and apply to all the stubbly bits. If the light reflecting off my head hasn't already made you switch off, I'll get on with the reviews for this week's content. We'll start off with Warhammer Vault, and even that is short this week. There's one book and one White Dwarf. So the book this week is End Times Archaon, and I always say this for the End Times books, but you have to read this one. Archaon is a major player in the End Times. He's a really interesting character. If I had to choose a Chaosy character to be in 40k or Age of Sigmar, I would choose Archaon. As I mentioned earlier, Masterclass clocks in at a pitiful 6 minutes and 45 seconds, and I believe that is a new low for the service. It's all about painting leather coats, and it's a really good tutorial, don't get me wrong. The outcome in this one's fantastic. This is a really good one to have in the toolbox. Uses for this tutorial are already staring me in the face, like literally staring me in the face because they're on my desk. I've got the Justiciar. His leather coat would look really good in this scheme, and I've also got my Elder Rangers, and I've been struggling on the coats for them, so I might use this as well. Aidan Daly's the presenter in this one, and it does seem like his masterclasses are a little bit shorter, but that might just be the subject matter that he's given. When the Exodite episode eventually releases, I might put out a week 28.5 video just to review it, because I'm very excited for this one, and I really hope it can live up to my expectations. So I'd be really interested to hear what you think of this week's happenings. Are you annoyed by the delay? Can you see light at the end of the tunnel? Let me know in the comments below. If you could chuck a like or subscribe my way, it really helps the channel and I would be very grateful. Once again, thanks for watching, happy hobbying, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.